Is the Pascal um, spotlight episode Tangled the series. This is episode 11, which is, I don't like this episode. I think it's very boring. Basically, the plot of this episode is we get a little bit of Pascal's origins, which is like Pascal is just a little lizard dude. I don't really care about him and Rapunzel's bond. Like, it's not an interesting character or story. I think sometimes the show wants to be like other story driven cartoons where they have recurring characters or they make like certain like little sidekick animals have backstories or things like that. But the problem is these were characters that were made from a previously existing property. So some of these characters were written without this backstory in mind, and so trying to add depth to certain characters just doesn't work. Like Pascal was like just a little lizard dude who made funny expressions in the Tangled movie, and that's what he does in the show. And I don't really care about their bond. I don't really care about his origins. I don't really care about anything that happens in this episode. It's a very boring episode. You know, and there's a way to do this episode right. The way I would imagine this episode doing right is not it not being an episode and it being part of a short story of episodes. Like Avatar: The Last Airbender has an episode of its series called The Tales of Ba Sing Se, and that show, when you watch that show, it is a really good episode of that show. And Momo, who is just an annoying little sidekick animal who's there, his backstory or his connection to Appa is put in that episode, and it's a really great, well told part of that episode. But it's not a whole episode. It's a part of a series of episodes spotlighting different characters that say little things about each character, and it's a really great episode. And I think that is what this episode needed to be a part of, but it's not, and so it's a very weak episode overall, and I don't really care about it. So, yeah.